Greetings, everyone. It is now August 8th in the year 2011. This is Alan Duncan starting my first of a series of 8, actually, on Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Covey has a principle that says that if you want to learn anything, try teaching it. So, since I want to learn the 7 habits better, I'm going to try teaching it to you. So here we go. I have a list of the 7 habits here, and we have the 7 habits. Number 1, to be proactive. Number 2, to start with the end in mind. Number 3, put first things first. Number 4, think win-win. Number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Number 6 is synergize, and number 7 is sharpen the saw. Now you'll notice that the first three habits, being proactive, starting with the end in mind, and first things first, are grouped together because they are personal habits. They lead you to become a better person and accomplish things on your own. The next 3 habits, starting with 4, think win-win, 5, seek first to understand and then to be understood, and 6, synergize, are the habits of interdependence. They lead you to interdependence by teaching you how to get along with other people, how to become interdependent. The last, being sharpen the saw, is the habit of continuous improvement. To continually improve on all of the first 6 habits. It encompasses everything, all of the 7 habits, and is the way to continue through your life and improve on all of the habits by what's called sharpening the saw. Because sharpening the saw means that if we want the saw to cut better, meaning we want to practice those habits better, we have to every now and then stop and think how well we're doing and try to sharpen the saw so that we can go on with our cutting, which is practicing our 6 habits. Well, so that is the 7 habits listed. Covey also has a figure here that I have, which I think lays out this concept of the various levels that I mentioned to you, because we need to think about, when we, as I said, the first 3 habits, 1, 2, and 3, are the habits of taking us from becoming dependent to independence. They are the habits of personal development, how we develop our own skills at a personal level to reach independence, to become independent, to do things on our own. Then to go to the highest level is the level of interdependence, because that's where we can really get things done because we work with other people. That's the real power of the second set of habits, 4, 5, and 6, starting with think win-win, because they're teaching us how to get along with other people. So we're going from a level of the lowest level being dependence, meaning we're dependent on other people to get things done, perhaps when we're first born. And then we develop the first 3 habits to get us to the level of independence, being able to do things on our own. And then to get to the highest level, interdependence, is when we do things along with other people. And that's like, for example, working in a large organization. In order to achieve great goals, they're not things we can do by ourselves. Now you'll see around the whole set of habits, those first 6 is the 7th habit, sharpen the saw, meaning we have to continually think about how are we working or how are we doing on all those various goals so that we can continually improve maybe in one area or in another, personal or interpersonal, in order to really achieve our goals in life. Now, as I said, the first three are the habits of personal development, goals that teach us, or they are processes or concepts that teach us how to achieve goals. Personally, our personal goals, taking us to the level of becoming independent. Well, so with that, keep in mind I'm going to go over all of these in detail, one at a time. This is just the introduction presentation to tell you what the 7 habits are and what they might hold for you. I feel myself this is the greatest concept right now. Covey is probably the greatest or the best in terms of organizing all of these ideas to help us understand the best way for us to get around in the world, because it breaks down and makes it clear to us that we certainly have to develop personally, and then we have to go on really to, if we want to go to the highest possible heights, we have to think about our interpersonal relationships and how we get along in the world. In order to achieve the most, we're really going to need help from other people. And so how do we go about that? And how do we use these 7 habits in order to get to that highest level of interdependence? Well, I think that's it for the introduction. I'm sorry for the low-tech presentation, but we'll improve that as we go on. So I hope you have a great night, and look forward to habit number 1, being proactive. That's all for now. Goodbye.